Coldplay Paradise on Radio 2, 6 minutes after 8. Play that for anybody who's lucky enough to be seeing them over the next 4 nights from tomorrow at Croke Park in Dublin. Are you going to Dublin, Saoirse?
No, I wish. I'd see them again and again if I could.
Well, Glastonbury looked fun.
It was fun. It's amazing how many people have actually approached me about that. I
Really?
feel like that's my claim to fame now, is that I watched Coldplay at Glastonbury.
What a great career, but the pinnacle?
I know. I wasn't asked to be on stage though,
Oh.
Chris.
Next time, what would you do?
What would I do? I'd play the tambourine.
Perfect.
You
You could wear the flashy disco mask.
Yeah, I could do that. You could do percussion.
I'd tell you, honestly, dream job. Percussion for LCD sound system. Give me a cowbell any day.
This is the thing. This is all about making our dreams come true right now. Because
Wow.
you know that this is a dream come true for me to do this show with you.
You are the co-host. This is not, you're not a guest.
Say it again.
Saoirse Ronan and Edith Bowman on Radio 2 co-hosting.
Oh my God, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry.
Where did you, how long has this been is this a genuine childhood dream?
I'm not joking. This is something that I've wanted to do my whole life. I started out when I was a kid. Before I ever got into acting, I either wanted to be a hairdresser, a waitress, or a radio DJ host. And so the first two sort of started to fade away the older I got and the more I moved into the world of acting. But my love for radio has sustained all these years. And I think from doing so much promo over the years for different movies, and getting to come in and, you know, speak to people like you, and I mean, I'm being filmed right now, but usually you don't have to worry about what you look like on the radio, which is which is such a relief. And I always love that. So
Did you go so far then when you were a kid of kind of doing your own shows and stuff and kind of and having a DJ like persona, so to speep?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
What was your name? Did you use your name or did you have another name?
Oh yeah, no, it was me. It was me. It's always going to be me. Authentic, 100% search. Maybe that was the name of my show. But no,
100% search.
100% search. I used to get the remote control for the TV, and I used to. So embarrassing. I can't believe I'm saying this live on radio. I used to put on the TV guide and I'd read out the synopsis of every show that was going to play that day, but I'd do it in my radio voice. And coming up next on BBC Two.
I love this
100% search.
Oh, I love it. 100%. So I'm going to get you a t-shirt made.
Thanks, please do.
We've picked some amazing music for tonight that we're going to play between now and 9 o'clock. Get through as many of these tracks as we can. And I feel like because we're helping you fulfill a childhood dream right now, it feels like we are giving you the epitome of a brat summer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm like brat in my bones right now. And it's only been over the last few weeks that I've really become infected by the bratness of Charlie XCX. Yeah, I've always loved Charlie, but I've been listening to the album obsessively over the last few weeks and I just can't get enough.
Was it easy to pick a track then?
Yeah.
Okay. So as the co-host, by the way, I'm just going to remind you of this. You can ask questions, but you also have the job of introducing and back announcing tracks as well. I'll do the first one for you.
Okay.
But just it's part of the deal. It's been a team. And
yeah, no, we're co-hosts now.
And
this is what we do. Yeah.
I want 100% search for the next 90 minutes.
90 minutes? I thought it was only till 9.
Sorry, 50 minutes. Yeah, sorry.
Calm down,
I can't count.
First day.
I'm so excited.
Do you want me to take over?
Extended show, 100% search.
What can I just ask? Here's my first question as our co-host. Mm-hmm. What is back announcing? Is that when it gets to the end of the song and I come in and I'm like, and that was
exactly. See, you know.
Yeah,
you're ready.
I'm a pro.
Just practice for this one then, as we play a bit of Charlie XCX. Okay, you ready? After this, I'll introduce you. You can back announce it. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Charlie coming up after this.
On BBC iPlayer, Colin from Accounts is back with new owners.
Oh, come on, mate. He's our dog.
We made a mistake.
Please. Not anymore, he's not, mate. Wake up.
a brand new series of the hit comedy.
Maybe without him, we can just see what we have. Have you lost a bit of weight?
Nah.
Not that you needed to, and not that you do need to, or that you did need to if you have. But it doesn't matter. Like, you could balloon, and you don't need to, like...
Can you get out?
Yeah.
Colin from Accounts.
We're all good though, aren't we?
Yeah.
Starts Tuesday on BBC iPlayer.
You right now, 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 you right now.
It's like when I go to the club, I wanna hear those club classics. Club classics, club classics. When I go to the club, I wanna hear those club classics. Club classics, club classics. When I go to the club, I wanna hear those club classics. Club classics, club classics. Yeah, I wanna dance with me. I wanna dance to AG. I wanna dance with George. I wanna dance to Sophie. I wanna dance to Hub Mo. Play the track fast, not slow. Pull it back twice, let's go. Sweat marks all on my coat. Tight like my kind of flow. Yeah, I wanna be blinded by the lights, lights, lights. Me. When I get to the club. Yeah, I wanna dance to me. When I get to the club. Yeah, I wanna dance to me. When I get to the club. Yeah, I wanna dance to me. When I get to the club. Yeah, I'm gonna dance all night, that's right. All night, let me dance up to the morning light. Put your hands up and dance. Yeah, I'm gonna dance all night, that's right. All night, let me dance up, let me dance up. That was Charlie XCX with Club Classics, and you're listening to Saoirse and Edith on Radio 2.
Smashed it!
Did you like my radio voice?
I love the radio voice.
Yeah, I'm still working on it, but
No, well, this is a good place to practice.
yeah, live on radio.
Yeah, exactly. What's the best place? What kind? If you were to have your own show, which basically they're writing up the contract now, what kind of music would it be? Do you think, or would it be a real mix of stuff?
I think it'd be a mix. I mean, I love what Cillian Murphy does on Radio 6.
Yeah.
Even though I obviously love Radio 2 as well.
Well done.
But I love that he's able to just sort of pick whatever he wants depending on how he feels, and
Yeah.
he can do it from anywhere. And genuinely, that is something that I would love to do. Maybe not when I'm older, maybe just like now. Maybe I'll just start at the end of this year. But I think it would have, it would just have a mix of everything. I'd love to like pick a theme for each episode. So like maybe one could be like what your parents played for you when you were younger, and I'd get people to call in and they'd tell me what their parents listened to, and then we'd talk about that, and it'd be great.
What did your parents listen to?
What do my parents listen to? Not Charlie XCX. She wasn't around then, but they love the Smiths, Talking Heads, Fleetwood Mac,
Amazing.
Steely Dan. Yeah.
It's amazing how that filters down, isn't it, in terms of if you're kind of exposed to a nice collection of stuff and a wide range and things and stuff, it makes you really open-minded when it comes to your own choices.
It really does, and I think that your listening skills become more sophisticated as well, because I was listening to stuff like that, then I was listening to Stevie Wonder, then we'd listen to classical, so it meant that I was exposed to so many different kinds of sounds, and I think it's just always been the way that I've relaxed and the way I've been able to let go a little bit. I can only do that with eating and music, I think. Is
it a case because people kind of don't appreciate, I think, sometimes what it's like on a film set and how much kind of downtime you have and all that kind of thing? Is music a bit of an escape on that side of things as well, or can it totally take you out of where you need to stay for the role or the... production stuff?
I mean, I think it can be used for escapism, and it can also be used as a tool to make you more focused on what it is that you're trying to achieve emotionally. So, you know, over the years I've worked with so many directors, like people like Peter Jackson, who actually played one of the bands we're going to play tonight on BBC Radio 2 with Saoirse and Edith. And
It's rolled off your tongue so brilliantly.
It's just so natural for me to be here. But, you know, I was working with people like that from an early age who would just play music live on set. So I was acting to music that was playing off the speakers, which was a really helpful way to just, as weird as it sounds, to remind you that you're in a movie. Sometimes it's actually helpful not to forget about that element to it, that, you know, this is going to be pieced together, and in a year or so it's going to be seen by, you know, hopefully millions of people in a cinema, and you don't want to sort of lose the romanticism of movie making, and I think music is a really great way to hold on to that.
The artist that we're going to play next, I think, in terms of what she's making, talking about artists who make music that's bigger than what you're listening to, in terms of the characters she creates, the stories, the narratives, the imagery she creates from, I think, how she delivers things. Little Simz is just out there, I think, in terms of what she's doing, like no one else.
She's just incredible, as you say. There's nobody else like her. She's completely individual. We saw her for the first time at Glastonbury over the summer, and for me, she just blew everyone else out of the water. I think the fact that she has such a good sense of imagery and the power of her own image. Like, there were moments on stage, I'm sure you saw the performance, where it was just her and there was nothing else on stage. And she's just a very smart artist. I love that she's from Islington. I love that. I also love, like, how she speaks, the kind of lyricist that she is. She's incredibly clear, and I don't know, like, everything has an incredibly clear beat and it's very accurate, which I really appreciate. So, I just love her.
What track are we going to play?
So we're going to play Woman, which is one that I've been listening to again on repeat over the last few weeks. And it's, again, something that Little Simz does so well, is that she's sort of mixing that retro style of music that I'm sure is something that has kind of heavily influenced her music and really made it her own. And it's just a celebration of women, which we love.
Yes, we do. Cleo's so also on this as well, who's phenomenal. But yeah, as chosen then by my co-host tonight, Saoirse Ronan, this is Little Simz and Women.
Naija women got the melanin dripping, L-O-N-D-O-N, city girl living in the back looking like fire chili pepper, Yoruba girl tougher than imperial leather. He was getting bitter while she was getting better, diamonds are forever. Miss Sierra Leone looking like a gem, works hard in the week, party on the weekend. Know you wanna live when no one watching how you spend, got a thing for the finer things and the finer men. Miss Tanzania, she a do or die, says she wanna know more about the Sukuma tribe. We hit the once wasn't enough, got an ocean full of knowledge, you could scuba dive. Miss Ethiopia can play so jazzy, they sit you down to school, you want Selassie. Tell them you're nothing without a woman, no. Woman to woman, I just wanna see you glow. Tell them what's up. Honeys, know you repping for your country. Sun kissing your brown skin, looking like money. Says she focusing on being an accountant. When you have beauty and brains, they find it astounding. Why? She been getting it on her own. Self-made, ain't nobody doing gold digger. Now, Miss India always speaks with her chest. Got respect from her people cause she leads them the best. Real life queen in the flesh. Know the crown get heavy, still the bees on your head. Brooklyn ladies know you hustle on the daily. Innovative just like Donna Summer in the 80s. Your time is seeing you glow now. Intelligence and elegance, show 'em how. Miss Jamaica understand food for the soul. She get up in the kitchen or she throw down. Ain't nothing without a woman, no. Woman to woman, I just wanna see you glow. Tell 'em what's up.
I love how you go from 0 to 100 and leave the dust behind. You got this, all action, no talk. I see you glow, you're the finest gold. When you walk in the room,
They feel you so,
got style it shines
so ahead of time.
and you know that you're fine.
You're so damn fine, girl. She a gonna girl, calm with it, never let them fail. Though a sucker for the romance, take you to the homeland. One way, she ain't coming back, nah. All I see is black stars and I friggin' love it, yeah, yeah. Time's up, tell the people that we coming, yeah, yeah. Done being in the shadow, going public, yeah, yeah. Don't know how to bear it, how to stomach, yeah, yeah. Hand over the and let us run it, yeah, yeah. All we know is looking clueless, all they know is stare, stare. Ain't nothing without a woman, no. Woman to woman, I just wanna see you glow, glow, glow.
I love how you go from 0 to 100 and leave the dust behind. You've got this and lead them with your life. You
Woman to
got
woman, I just
this,
wanna see
all
you glow.
action,
Tell 'em what's up.
You know, Cindy, sometimes, you know, I just look around and I just think of all the things we've gone through, all the great things in life and all the horrible things that are just the other half of the great things in life. And how you don't really get greatness without sacrifice. You don't get good things without a little bit of pain. And how happiness is the substitute for the emptiness that you can sometimes feel on the other side. And you know, it just reminds me to call you, but then you never pick up the phone.
From her album Sometimes I Might Be Introvert, which I think is one of my favourite albums of the last 10 years, Little Simz featuring Cleo Soul and Woman. Great choice.
She's just amazing. Was it Letitia Wright that took the photo for that album?
Was it?
I think it might have been. I may have gotten that wrong, but I think they're friends, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she did the album artwork for one of her albums recently, which I just think is great.
That's so
great.
cool. Just that kind of like mates helping each other out with stuff. That's so, you know, and kind of just artists helping people create and, you know, express and all that.
Have you found that, like, working in this world, that you end up working with your mates quite a bit?
You levitate towards the people that, yeah, definitely that you get an energy from, I think, for sure. And it's kind of that thing. I've been really lucky that through being ancient and working, you know, over on radio for so long, I've worked with so many women. Like, you look in this room tonight, I've got Anna and Bernie who are here, and I've always I don't know why it's happened, but always had some amazing, predominantly women that I've worked with in radio and stuff, and that's just been, I've learnt so much from them, for sure.
It's so amazing to have that. I mean, it makes so much sense, because when you feel safe in the company that you're in, but you're also being pushed, you're going to do the best work, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess film sets are, you know, they can be tricky, but having the people around you that create a good environment is so important.
It's so important, and I think the older we get, and the more that, certainly for myself and Jack, the more that we do this, the more important it is to us, and essential actually, to exclusively work with people who are on the same wavelength as us and who are just nice and really good at what they do. And it doesn't mean that you have to be the best, but you just have to, you know, be passionate about it and look after one another, because there's a lot of people out there that are not like that.
Exactly. Did you just mention my new James Bond in that conversation, by the way?
Yeah, I'm going to start counting how many times you plug him for Bond on the radio.
Honestly, I'm going to get a placard made next. I've been saying Jack Lowden should be the next James Bond for what, about 6 years now?
Yeah, good few years now, I'd say. Hasn't happened yet, though.
Yet, Saoirse. Yet.
There's time. Yeah, no, but he's if anyone wants to go and see The Fifth Step, it's on in Glasgow for the next few days. Just do a little plug there for
do it.
for the
Can't wait
future
for
James
Slow
Bond.
Horses as well. That's like in 2 weeks. Such a great show.
I know. I need to catch up. Actually,
What?
it's pretty bad. I haven't watched
Come
the last
on.
couple of seasons. That's
2
terrible.
seasons. I was
know.
expecting you to see episodes.
I'm busy hosting the radio. All of the radio.
All of it. 100%
All of it.
Saoirse.
All of it, and I only want to spend time playing my favourite tunes. One of which is by an amazing artist who I've become so obsessed with over the last while, as we all have, and kind of on what we're saying about just like, you know, keeping things real, being around people that you love, being around the people that you're most comfortable with. I noticed that Chappell Roan recently released this statement about just sort of putting up those boundaries between private life and public. And I'm so relieved actually to see someone who is becoming incredibly well known but is still at that precarious stage where, you know, not everybody knows her yet. She's not Taylor Swift yet. She's still kind of on the up. And the fact that she's had the guts to come out and be like, listen, when I'm off duty, I'm off duty. I really admire that. Yeah, and anyway, she's someone who I've been listening to all summer as well. Her and Charlie XCX have been keeping me cozy at night. And so this next song is off her new album, and it's called Red Wine Supernova.
She was a playboy, Bridget Bardot. She showed me things I didn't know. She did it right there, out on the deck. Put her canine teeth in the side of my neck. I'm in the hallway waiting for ya. Mini skirt and my go-go boots. I just want you to make a move. So slow down, sit down and snill. I just wanna get to know ya, 'cause I didn't quite think it through. Fell in love with the thought of you. Now I'm choked up, face down, burnt out.
Oh my God, that was the beautiful Chappell Roan with Red Wine Supernova. How great is she?
So good.
I love her.
I love the fact as well that she's a few albums in, and you know she's put the work in and she's getting success now, so she kind of knows what it's like to be hungry and to want the success, and I think that that's a really healthy thing.
Yeah, she's hustled and like she's been rejected left, right and centre. And when you listen to her previous music, I'm only catching up to it now in the last few months, but it's very different, and like she's evolved so much as an artist over the last few years, and I found it really interesting to listen to the previous work and then go back to the latest album and go like, oh, okay, you've found your thing. And I find that that's a really interesting thing with musicians, in particular pop musicians, that they have to have this persona to a certain extent. There has to be this character that they're playing. It's kind of no different to what we experience as actors. You need some sort of armour in order to be able to go out there and keep, you need a sort of you need some sort of a character to release all of this energy through somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're not hosting radio shows, though, you are making amazing films, and we've got a couple coming up. The Blitz, which is going to open in the London Film Festival in October, and before that, the Outrun, which is coming out in September, which I've been lucky enough to see. An extraordinary film based on an extraordinary experience. Novel written by Amy Liptrot about her life. How did you first come to know about Amy's story in the book?
It was introduced to me by Jack Loudon, who, as we know, is a very proud Scotsman. He's James Bond, according to Edith.
Last one, I promise.
Yeah, no, I love it. And he went up to the Orkney Islands, where Amy Liptrot is from, years and years and years ago now. And he had read the book, fell in love with it, and during lockdown a few years later, he read it again and he gave it to me, and he said, this is the next role you have to play. So, being the desperate actor that I am, I was like, give me it now. and I went through it in like 2 days, which was pretty quick for me. And I think initially what I loved the most about the book was actually the sort of the prose and the style in which Amy writes in, the poetry, while also still feeling very rooted in reality. And I think because of what the book and what our movie is sort of focused on, which is recovery from alcoholism and how you piece your life together in the aftermath of something like that, when everything's fallen apart, it means that you've got this real gravitas to the piece. But she takes us into this beautiful world that a lot of people just aren't familiar with, which is the Orkney Islands, and it's this incredible place that we've become so fond of over the last few years, and we've become very close to a lot of the locals throughout the islands who really we couldn't have made this movie without. So it's really ultimately a celebration of this community in particular, but community in general, and how in isolation you can still sort of find your place in the world.
Yeah, there's a great use of music in the film as well, both in terms of the kind of score it's done, but what Ronan, your character, is listening to. She's constantly got headphones on, kind of thing as well. For you, as getting ready to play that, do you use music? Do you create playlists for things to kind of help you with prep for characters whilst you're in character, all that kind of stuff as well?
Yeah, I do. I've always tried to do that because it's a great way to, as we've said before, disappear into that world. Yeah. And I think with the Outrun in particular, so much of it is about atmosphere and the elements. And so I really wanted to find music from all different genres that really tapped into that elemental feel. And, for me, as someone who's grown up in the countryside, who has fallen in love with Scotland and the Scottish Islands and feels very connected to the land, that's really what I wanted to bring out in the character of Rona. So I wanted to find music for me to listen to throughout that journey that really reflected that. We've
got a couple we're going to play now, actually. Great choices. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to play these.
Yeah, so this first one is by an Arcadian band called Lau, and their song Dark Secret was actually inspired by the Outrun and by Amy's story. Yeah, so that was one of the ones that was on my playlist that I listened to a lot. And you know, the people from the place are so individual, and so to have sound that was created by people from there was just incredibly special. And the song that we'll listen to after that is by the Cocteau Twins, See Swallow Me. I've been listening to Cocteau Twins since I was probably about 14. I was introduced to them through This Mortal Coil, the very cool group they were a part of, that sort of super group. I listened to them a lot when I was doing The Lovely Bones with Peter Jackson, and again, this sort of like ethereal, magical sound that they created that was just like nothing else is something that I love, and I love to find that in music, and I feel like both of these songs really hold that for me.
Amazing. Okay, we'll start off with Lau.
If I have a dark secret and I don't know what it is, if I had a hard childhood and I can't remember it, born on the Isle of Horses, but there's nothing else to do. Some say God's own country, it wasn't that for me or you. Oh, I didn't go to school, no. Oh, it's a wonder that I'm here at all. To the bottom of the bottle, I am reminded of my childhood bed. When I see you through the bottom of the bottle, I know that we won't leave, despite the things we say. We all drank like fishes, then we act out how we feel, putting holes in plaster or getting naked to feel real. Here comes the latest come down, and it tastes just like the last. This town's as good as your town, and any others you might have passed. Oh, I'm like a riverbed formed long ago, tangled and slow, twisted up and lazy bows. When we get to the bottom of the bottle,
That was Sea Swallow Me by the Cocteau Twins, and before that was Dark Secret by the Orcadian band Lau.
You are listening to Saoirse Ronan and Edith Bowman on Radio 2. It's 9:15. I can't believe it's 9:15 already.
I know, it's flown by.
It's flown by. Andy in Faversham says, always thrilling to hear the Cocteau Twins on the radio, my all-time favourite band and still miss this day. And then Gareth from Bampton says, great show, please pass on a message to Saoirse. Not only an amazing actor, loved her in Mary Queen of Scots, but has the voice for radio. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Thank you for saying that. That's all I've wanted all these years, is for one person to see my true potential.
Should say as well, the Outrun is out in cinemas on September the...
Oh, God.
There we go. I knew. I've got it. The 27th.
Yeah, that's 27th.
27th of September. It is extraordinary. I've been lucky enough to see it, and it's so great, Saoirse. It's absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
It's been really nice kind of tonight with you coming on as well, of just sort of just kind of glancing over what you've achieved and stuff, and the whole team like squealed like young girls as soon as we mentioned Lady Bird. That film has such a connection with so many people. Did it feel like that for you, and does it still have a kind of special place for you?
You know, what's funny is that someone only a little while ago texted me and said that he just dropped his oh, sorry, I just hit the mic there. That's not very professional. He just dropped his kid off at NYU, and he's going to be making this short movie with another friend of his, and his poster inspiration was this like cool artwork that was done of Lady Bird. And these are kids that are like maybe 18, 19, like they were way too young when Lady Bird came out 10 years ago or whatever it was. And the fact that that's still kind of having an impact on people's lives is just so amazing. I mean, it was a tiny little movie about a teenage girl, and I remember it almost didn't get into a really amazing festival that it ended up getting into, because there was one crusty old guy on the board that was like, but
always is.
But it's just a movie about a teenage girl. Why would we want to see that? And the fact that, you know, Greta gave a story like that the platform to be seen by so many and gave it so much heart, and also, as she does so brilliantly, created so many beautiful, well-rounded supporting characters around the main character, I think is what makes that movie so special. It's not just the character that I got to play, but it's like Laurie Metcalf really sort of like connecting with every mother out there who's had to send her kid to college. Like, it's heartbreak. It's like, it is a time of heartbreak for everyone concerned. So I think everyone can get on board with that.
I hope there's going to be like a hat trick of, you know, that you've done 2 with Greta, and I'm hoping the hat trick's somewhere down the line.
So do I. I keep saying it to her. Every time I see her, I'm like, so I know I didn't do Barbie, and I know that was the one you made the most money off of, but I can do the cool little independent films with you if you like. No, we will keep working together for our whole lives. I think we have a very special relationship. So yeah.
I'm excited as well to see Blitz, which is opening in the London Film Festival. I'm working with someone like Steve McQueen as well, you know, who kind of, in terms of the commitment he takes to the truth of stories and characters, I find really kind of mesmerising and brilliant and inspiring.
I've never worked with anyone like Steve before. I never will again. There's no one who makes a movie like him. There's no one who sees the world in the way that he does, or certainly who's at his level. And, you know, before I read the script, as much as I was desperate to work with Steve McQueen, when you hear that like another movie is going to be made about the Second World War, you just assume that it's going to be in the trenches, and it's going to be told from maybe a soldier's point of view or something like that. Something that we've seen many times, which is beautiful, but it wasn't necessarily something that I was interested in. And of course, Steve chose to tell the story from a completely different angle, and I think especially parents and children will just connect to this so much, because the heart of the story is a mother and her son, and the war is sort of a backdrop for that, which I just think is kind of genius.
Yeah. Paul Weller as well. Looking forward to that.
And Paul I should have played Paul.
That's all right. He gets played enough. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true. What's he moaning about?
It's got like 5 bands that get played, from over the decades. He was all right. He's all right.
Do you think that's why he did it? Do you think I'm going to have all the bands so they have to play me all the time?
We can play Paul Weller the next time we do the show together.
Okay.
I'm going to play you something quickly before we get your final choice, if that's all right. We just thought it'd be really nice to celebrate Lady Bird musically, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, great.
I'm broke, but I'm happy. I'm poor, but I'm kind. I'm short, but I'm healthy. Yeah. I'm high, but I'm grounded. I'm sane, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm lost, but I'm hopeful, baby. And what it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. 'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a high five. I feel drunk, but I'm sober. I'm young and I'm underpaid. I'm tired, but I'm working, yeah. I care, but I'm restless. I'm here, but I'm really gone. I'm wrong and I'm sorry, baby. And what it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be quite alright. 'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is flicking a cigarette. And what it all comes down to is that I haven't got it all figured out just yet. 'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a peace sign. I'm free, but I'm focused. I'm green, but I'm wise. I'm hard, but I'm friendly, baby. I'm sad, but I'm laughing. I'm brave, but I'm chicken. I'm sick, but I'm pretty, baby. And what it all boils down to is that no one's really got it figured out just yet. But I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is playing a piano. And what it all comes down to, my friends, yeah, is that everything is just fine, fine, fine. 'Cause I've got one hand in my pocket and the other one is hailing a taxi cab.
Alanis Morissette, hand in my pocket. Can we just go on for another hour, Anna? Can we?
I love this. I don't want it to end.
Let's just do it again.
Let's just do it again. Everyone's fine to chill out for a while, right, Britain? Buckle up.
100% Sash.
100% Saoirse and Edith on BBC Radio 2. I'm going to work on the radio voice for the next show, I think.
Just be you.
Okay,
Just
yeah, you're. I mean,
be
that's
you.
me. 100%.
It's the best.
100%.
It's the best.
Yeah.
This has been so much fun.
It's been so much fun, and you've made my inner child so happy. I've really, really loved it.
I'm so glad.
Yeah. And it's been so cool to obviously it's great to talk about movies and stuff, but it's so nice to talk about my other love, which is music.
Clearly.
I just love it so much.
Clearly, it's a big deal for you. Clearly, like just from how you talk about music and the elements of it that you talk about and how you connect to it.
I just feel like music makes its way into everyone's life in some way, even if they don't think that it's like an essential part of their every day. I guarantee you it will be. And I just love that no matter what, it's always the way we end up communicating with one another. You know,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
Do you play anything? Are you musical?
No, I am musical, but I don't play anything. I wish I'd been forced to do piano lessons when I was a kid, but alas, that never happened for me. But I've done it for movies. I tried to teach myself to play ukulele years ago, which I haven't picked up since. It was blue, but you know, there's still time. Maybe the triangle.
A musical? Could that
musical.
be? Would you?
That's my other dream.
Is it?
Yeah, that's my other dream.
Favorite musical?
You know what I'd love to do is like Gypsy or something. I'd love to do something like that, or an original musical.
Oh, you're gonna write one?
No,
you're going to direct. That's definitely going to happen.
I'm going to direct, but I would love for Greta to write us a musical to do. That's what I'd really like.
My God, my brain's just exploded
Maybe
with the
I'm
idea.
going to get her to listen to this, so she hears me plug myself on her.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
Also, one thing I'm really excited about, just a complete left tangent. Timothy is Bob Dylan. I can't wait.
I know. When is it coming out?
I don't know.
Must be soon, right?
It must be. But he looks brilliant.
Yeah, he'll be amazing.
Oh man,
everything he touches turns to gold.
Yeah, or sand.
Very good.
Brum.
It's almost 9 o'clock and she's still got it.
Oh man, listen, we have to put another date in to do this because this has been so much fun, and you just it's lovely to. I mean, in the same room, hopefully next time as well.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you're not actually here in person, but it's the real Saoirse Ronan. What have you picked as your last track then? This is beautiful.
Yeah, so my last track is a Lisa Hannigan song called The Fall. This is a song that I listen to whenever I'm away from home and I'm feeling really, really homesick. I've told Lisa this to her face through tears. She's just one of those people for me who is kind of, she represents everything I love about Irish culture. It's so, there's like a feeling of it being quite ancient, but it's still so modern how she puts her own twist on it, and she's so angelic, and she can have this incredible range when she sings. I'm obsessed with her. So yeah, The Fall is the song that I listen to the most, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Thank you so much for tonight. It's been an absolute treat.
It's been an honour. Thanks, Edith, my co-host.
100% Saoirse.
100% Edith.
Hide your horses, hold your tongue, hang the rich and spare the young, who drain the spirits from the doors, hop the fences, steal the cars, run on fumes and from the law, and burn for us right through the fall. Harbor ladies, call your name, brush your hair like it could be tamed, hitch their dresses past their knees, spill into the floor like eaves. They swing the bridges one and more, and burn for us right through the fall. All our men, all our men, all our men. Time will seize the captain's wheel, a mutiny we've come to feel. When where Raymond's gone from view, with everything we